Welcome to Brazil, my friends. Fair warning, couple things here. You'll notice this says "bah" as in like sheep. When FM21 came out, I have to kind of explain this because I've gotten comments on this recently on actually on the Auto Den Hog Save. I didn't do any of the name change stuff, any of the logo packs or face packs in Football Manager. For those of you that aren't really into content creation in Football Manager, Manchester United sued Sports Interactive because of the use of their name. And also probably because they were such a hot mess last year. Like a bajillion content creators in the FM21 beta put out their first save as Manchester United. And so their logo and their players' faces and their copyright is all over YouTube. And they didn't really like that. So they sued Sports Interactive about it. So moving forward, Manchester United is going to be known as Manchester UFC. Like it took that long to, it's like I'm doing this in August, like the end of August. It took from like almost a year to settle that lawsuit. Not great. And so whenever something like that happens where it's like people start suing people and it's my name and it's not licensed and blah, 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 I kind of back off. So as we join Bahia, that's the other thing I'm going to say. I'm going to butcher these names. We're going to figure it out. I apologize. So we've joined the Brazilian First Division, the top Serie A, I think is what, or Serie A, whatever, that was the Italian version. We've joined them, and all the names are going to be 3 letters. And so we're going to learn what those are. Fair play. I think moving forward, I am going to do at least the name change because it is confusing. And also, those of you that are in the Discord, or not in the Discord, but in my Patreon or YouTube membership community, which you can join at the link below, know that I plan on my second main save in Football Manager 22 is going to be in Brazil as well. So this is good practice to get to know some of these teams. So we joined them. And right quick, let's take a quick look here. Media prediction of 10th. Not in 10th right now. They've got a 50,000 seater capacity, new, right? Like 9, well, okay, in the game now, it's like 10 years old, but like in reality, like 9 years old. Great training facilities, youth facilities, good youth recruitment. They've won the first division twice. The most recent time was in '88. They've won the Northeast Regional Championship 4 times, including 2023, so that's obviously an FM. And look at that. Look at all of the state championships they won all the way back to 1911. What a club. I'll show you all these players. It's kind of a hot mess. It's not great. They want us use system. Don't sign players over the age of 30. Work within the wage budget. Sign players self for profit. Avoid relegation. They don't judge on anything else this year. It is an 18-month deal, which I couldn't really do anything about. I just want to show that to you. I saved it. Now I'm going to hop us forward because I've gotten us to the first game, which is in 5 days. We're taking on a team. I'm going to go review that real quick. We'll be right back. All right, we're taking on, I think it's Bragantino is the B-A-R, or the B-R-A. Oh boy. In the table. They're currently 5th, okay? So we're down here. Now you go like, well, GHG, it's not the relegation zone, my friend. Well, it was when we applied. Okay, so under the interim manager, they actually won a game. So they had 14 points, and they were like, I don't know, a couple points from safety. In all fairness, I also applied to these 3 clubs. It took them a minute to open up a job, but they finally sacked their managers. I was actually hoping it'd be one of these 2 because that is a challenge and a half. Because they're, again, just like Premier League, there's only 38 games. So you played 16, 17 games. You're halfway there, and you've got 6 and 5 points with negative 19 and negative 20 differential. Ho-ho! But they didn't interview me. And Bahia is how I'm going to say it until I get tons of comments. The other thing I'm doing here, just in all honesty, there is a holiday weekend coming up here in the United States called Labor Day. I am going to be a little bit out of town, and so I'm trying to bank some content to keep you entertained while I am out of town. So I do want to get your thoughts on how to pronounce all this stuff, but in the meantime, I'm going to ask for your grace in understanding that I'm probably going to butcher this. So there's still a chance. I think this is Fluminense is going to jump us if they draw or win their next game, which seems unlikely because they're taking, I think that's Flamengo, or is it Flamengo? I'm so anxious about pronunciation comments. But this is where we're at in the table. When I applied, they happened. It's kind of unbelievable that they won a game. They're actually undefeated in their last 4, which is also not great because it just goes to show. Take 8 points off of the 17. They were on 9 points 4 games ago, but they didn't sack their manager until after this draw. Is my understanding, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I could be wrong. How long was the job open? It doesn't matter, but we'll look anyway. Okay, I got really lost there in FM, so I cut that out for you. Editor GHD, cut it out. They sacked him on the 20th. No, that's the caretaker. What? Oh, that was the last time. Sorry. Alexandra Gama. Okay, on July 10th. July 10th. Okay, so yeah, it was after the draw, which is kind of undefeated in the last 3, and you're sacked. And then they go, I guess it wasn't even with an interim. There wasn't even an interim mention. It must have been like the assistant manager just took over. Anyway, they, prior to these couple games, let me just show you this, have been playing, no joke, this system. This has been the system. They're calling it a 5-3-2. Like I did the team report from the assistant, and it's like, essentially, nothing has gone well playing a 5-3-2. So this must be some more of a supporting deep lying playmaker, something that would call this a 3 rather than a 5-1-2-2, right? You know what I'm saying? Like from the tactics screen. Is not gone well playing that system. So we're not going to play that system. I also, this is what I love about Football Manager, and this is, if you've been around, you know this. If you're new and you're like, what is this guy doing? Hit the subscribe button. What I like to do, like, I like playing in leagues where I'm learning something. I know nothing about the Brazilian leagues, systems, cups, state championships, Northeast Regional, Copa Libertadores. I don't know anything about that other than that exists. Okay? So we're going to get educated. Maybe you'll get educated with me. So from a tactical standpoint, this is how we're going to start. Okay? 4-3-3 wing play. We kind of have, I don't know, our midfield's okay, I guess. So we could do a 4-2-3-1. So it's going to, I guess, be based on who we're playing, right? Against 5th place, we're going to play with a DM. He's going to play in a ball-winning midfielder. But we do have some good players. Of course, Lucas here has got the flu. We've had a couple players get the flu despite me sending them home, which has been fantastic. Our best center back here is Fabricio Bruno, and he's suspended. Is great, but he's going to slot right back in as soon as he's back from that. We also have Daniel here, or Danielle, Dan the man, who's a darn good-looking midfielder who has a broken ankle. He's been out a month and is out for another month to 2, which I'm like, I don't know, but it seems like that's pretty rapid return. The back line is pretty meh. Even if you put Bruno back in, it's pretty meh. Not good fullback options. No, I want to say not good. Like not like 4-star where you're like, yeah, I'm feeling really confident about this, which is why I also thought maybe a little bit more defensive help here would be good. Our goalkeeper has a 4 first touch, but he loves the sweeper keeper. He loves it. He's just not very good at the first touch, which I'm already anticipating there being a back pass and it bounces off his foot for 15 yards and it gets pushed in by somebody else. So goalkeeper is on the scouting that I would like to. He's also wanted, and I can't understand this. Why is Crystal Palace interested? Sure. I mean, maybe there's a history. I don't know. Like, he came here on a free. So if we could get 2.9 million for him, that'd be fantastic. If we have somebody we could go get. I'm going to be bouncing around here a lot. Finances, we got 2 million in the transfer budget. It was a little bit more, but I had to drop more into the scouting budget to scout all of Brazil. It was either like, it was only giving me the option of first division for like 110 grand or all of Brazil for like 320 grand. There was a middle option, but I couldn't allocate the budget differently, which is very frustrating. Like, wouldn't it make sense from a user interface standpoint if it's like, adjust the transfer budget or the scouting budget, it's the same thing, taking from one to the other, to what you're using? Wouldn't that make sense instead of a sliding thing that doesn't give you the middle option? I'm pretty frustrated by that. We're already spending essentially our wage budget, so we're either getting players on freeze or we're getting players on selling and using the transfer revenue, which we only get 75% of. until 13 million, and then it goes to 40%. Great. So if we sell somebody for 3 million, we end up with 2.4 to 2.3 or whatever, and that goes straight into the wage budget or helps us buy somebody else. Is kind of where we're at. Thing I always do is the comparison. Let's just look at all positions. Really bad teamwork, not great. Take the goalkeepers out. Yeah, average. Again, this UI stuff drives me crazy. I'm not gonna go on a rant. People don't want to watch around GHG. I know, but it's still happening. Okay. Maybe it changes in FM22. Not very good at kicking. This is kicking here behind my face. Very poor command of the box. Good at one-on-ones. Decent agility. Not great at throwing. Good reflexes. Yay. Defensively, about average. Right? And again, when you look at the back line that we got, all 3-star about average. That makes sense. Midfield options below average, which is kind of, it must be the rotational players, because the players that we have are actually 3.5 stars, so they're actually like pretty decent lads and lasses. But it's the rotation. Attacking wise, really good jumping and acceleration and pace, so that has determined for me, okay, that's why I like this. Slightly more direct, pass it into space. Like, get the ball away from our defense, pump it up there, let them run onto it. Is kind of the idea that I'm going for here. So let's introduce you. This is going to be essentially our starting 11 minus Bruno. Okay, so we got Lirio here, Uri, 3.5 star to 4 star. Really more of a winger, but I feel like for this game, he's probably the best option. His finishing is terrible. He's not really a striker. And here we are. On the report, one of our midfielders, Rodriguez, is actually... Oh, no, that's comparing him as a winger. Sorry. It still says he's the best. So Gustavo Kawa is the other one. His dribbling and finishing and whatever is better. He's really more like a poacher. So there's some other things that aren't great. Maybe he starts playing... It's kind of meh, to be honest with you. The other striking option is our right winger, Leandro Carvalho. Sorry. I'm sorry. Who again doesn't look like a worldie, but he's a pretty decent right winger, so we're playing him there instead. So that's our right winger. Enjoy. I am doing a Raumdeuter because I've never used one, and that sounds fun. Iske? Maybe? I'm trying to avoid inverted because we're trying to do wing play. We could revert to doing inverted, but I think with the Raumdeuter, right, suits him a little bit better. Not good at crossing. And space investigator, I think, is the official definition or translation of Raumdeuter. So again, when we're trying to pass into space and have somebody run onto something, now his acceleration and pace are 13, so maybe that's not the best. But whoever we put there, right, like. We could put our midfielder, we put Carvalho or Leandro. We're just going to call him Leandro. The striker, the backup striker, it's all kind of meh, is what it feels like. Anyway, again, we showed you Rodriguez here, but we'll show him again. Pretty darn good little player. I'd love to play him as a 10 in a 4-2-3-1, so that is an option. 16 dribbling, but I thought, again, let's put our best player in the middle of the park, right? Like, getting up and down the pitch, more involved than sticking him on the wing. At least that's my hope. Either footed. Love you, sir. Ronaldo has joined us. And he's also a DM, but also is actually more of a midfielder. This is what I'm not understanding. Maybe it's just comparing him, right? But he knows both evenly, and he's actually better as a midfielder in terms of giving us different options than being a DM where he just knows the deep lying playmaker, which I think is kind of funny that the media description is as a DM. Anyway, he's all right. Cartagena, Wilder, Cartagena. Box-to-box midfielder, best position, and we're using it, but dribbling and finishing are a 7. I mean, when you look at this guy, if you just say ignore these, you go like, that looks like a defensive midfielder, wouldn't you? So he's going to play a ball winning midfielder. In some instances, we may do this, but I didn't like the composure and decisions, although maybe, you'd think you need composure and decisions to be a ball-winning midfielder, but anyway. And some games he may play more of a halfback to, again, help out our back line a little bit. But I thought, he looks like a tasty little go-get-the-ball kind of guy. So we're going to use him in that place. Then we've got Gonzalo Escobar on the left back spot, wing back, just all around. He looks like a left back we would have at Torino, like just kind of average. You know, not terrible, but just yellows. Lots of yellows and a good work rate. So go on, son. This is the rotational left-footed center back. But he looks okay. Again, he's a team leader. I guess he's not rotational. Maybe. I thought he was rotational. And he's looking for a new club. Fantastic. Explain this to me. You're going to play this guy 12 starts in the league. Okay, you got 8 starts in the state championship. 2 starts in the... He's played 33 games this season, but he's a fringe player. What? Patrick William, which is interesting. Right? That... I'm going to learn a lot about Brazil. That doesn't seem like a very Brazilian name. Does he have other nationality? Nope. So maybe I'm wrong. Again, this is an education thing. I'm not... That probably came out as offensive. That wasn't my intention. I'm learning here. But looks to be the right-footed starter. Okay. Has played a lot. Decent. And then on the right back, wing back spot, Nilson Castrillon. Again, that's where I kind of like, they just go like, eh. There's not anybody you're like, whoa, and it makes you sit up. It's like, he looks all right, you know, like, it seems fine. It's just the goalkeeper, who again, outside of the first touch, seems fine. But mate, if somebody wants to give me $3 million or $5 million for him, and we could take some of that and go buy a goalkeeper that can actually have the ball at his feet, shine me up, yeah? And then just very quickly, you can only register 40 players. And apparently we are maxed out. We have like a bunch of players with this unregistered symbol here. All right, that's a try list. But okay, even without try list, and these 2 folks are on loan, there's still 1, 2, 3 others. One of them's on trial. So that's a trial here, and that's a trial. They're probably not going to make it. But, you know, if we can get them and sell them for profit, that's what the club wants me to do, right? And then if you look here, it's like, well, you got some options, right? Años is listed as surplus to requirements. I'm not understanding why. Looks like a decent midfielder, but he's not Matt Sharp, so he doesn't get the nod today. We've got Guido Maniero, who looks like, again, another decent-ish winger of some variety. There's just not anybody that like really is like, whoa, outstanding, at least in my opinion, that we're missing out on. So there's no sense in really showing you all of these right now. We'll get to it at some point, but that's kind of where we're at. And then just going back, the other systems we have, I do have a control with a 4-3-3, slightly different positions, and then a 4-2-3-1, but I haven't really spent any time focusing on those. What I'm trying to avoid is, you know, it's like, it's nice to have like a reputation for a certain type style, but like, I'm definitely the type of manager. If you plot me into this club, we'd have to like, you know, just use what we got. And I just noticed you can only have a maximum of 5 foreign players. Is that in the squad or on the pitch? I knew I could only have 5, but so I can't play all of these. Oh no. It's the match squad. So in the 11 plus 12, because you can have 12 subs named, and you can only use 3. You can have 5. Oh, who signed all these players? What were you thinking? Well, we have 5 in the starting 11. So literally that means, okay, our backup left back can't be on the bench, and this guy who looks pretty good can't be on the bench. We might just have to sell. Do I have anybody else that isn't for that you can? Oh, you are not a left back. Do we have any other left backs? Look at this guy. He's a center back. I mean, we might as. Oh my gosh. Is there anybody else on the bench? We literally don't have anybody else that can play left back. Now again, like you could say, hey, you need to swap, you know, the right back out, right? But he's like the best backline player. I can't swap the goalkeeper out. Both left backs are foreign players, and then one of our best midfielders. So what am I supposed to do with this? And there are a ton of players in the youth system and the reserves, right? If you look at the potential, hello, lots of players named Thiago and Vinicius and Lucas and whatever, but you know, like they also need playing time. Like that's 2.5 stars because of his passing ability. That's crazy, right? And again, here's the under 20s. So like there's talent here. Is there talent we can throw right in? Not really. Right, if we sort by here, do we have a left back? He's unavailable. He has been made of a... he's not really a left back. Great. So from a dynamic standpoint, it's actually better than the last time we took over a team. Average team cohesion, good club atmosphere, average managerial support. Let's look. 31 players are at least willing to give me a chance. That's all you want, right? Like, give me a shot. Give me a shot, okay? That's all that I'm asking for. Oh, I forgot. I guess I should show you the contract. $4,800 a week. That's a bit of a step down from the 30-something grand that Torino was going to offer me to re-sign, but I was able to negotiate. No, not really. They'd already thrown us. So the qualifying for the Copa Sudamericana gives me 30,500 euros. Ooh. I tried to lower it to where it was just like a 6-month deal, and they were like, no. Like, it was like red dot or red lock. You can't change that. So again, the Ranger moves on. Can we do something in 18 months? Step 1. Can we avoid getting relegated? Here we go, my friends. Can 17th hold off? Oh, we don't get the fancy graphic. No fancy graphic? That's disappointing. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. They have a lot of not match sharp players, which maybe is an indicator of how they view us. So we're like closing some of those folks down. We're putting them on their non-favored foot. You know, seeing if we can cause a tight thigh. But he should be able to play through it. Well, he's our left. Oh God, he's our left back. Oh my gosh, brother, can we put some icy hot? Can we get the magic spray out, please? Please. There's no sound because we don't have a single highlight. Why is there no sound? I specifically asked for sound. I don't know what's going on. I got sound on my PC. Maybe you're hearing it. I'm just not hearing it. That's probably not great. Hey, we had a shot there. That was good. It still says that he can deal with it. All right, boys. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. A little passing around. They got... oh, nice job. Terrible. It was a good idea until it wasn't. But the Raumdeutsche are coming back to help out on, you know, defense is kind of unexpected. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to the middle of the box. They're putting it out wide. Oh no. This is going to be a goal. Oh, that was lovely. That was absolutely lovely stuff. Great, my headset's probably broken. I'm getting it now if I don't plug it in all the way. We're not supposed to beat this team. That's what I keep telling myself. We're not supposed to beat this team. We may be forced to play a 3 at the back if we're gonna have one left back available. Unless this guy's out for a couple of weeks, then we'll put the other, you know, foreign player in. Unlucky. We gotta keep morale high. We gotta keep morale high. Let's talk to our yellow cards. Avoid another booking. We're just trying not to be on the hiding, I think is what they call it. Let's not be on a hiding, shall we? Nice. Go, Leandro. Go. You've got a striker. Take it wide. Oh, terrible. Is that no. We might as well look to see who our penalty takers are. But I don't believe. Oh no. Why would you put an 8 composure person with 7 finishing at the top? Because he's got 14? I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Am I crazy? There's many players I'd rather take that. Like, many. Finishing as a 10. No one in this team knows how to... That just doesn't seem great. I mean, I know this guy's not even on the pitch right now, but just I can't add him. I guess that's why. It's probably not even going to be a penalty after all that. But wouldn't it be nice if it was? Uh-oh. That felt like a red card coming, didn't it? Just get a sense for these things. Uh-oh. Tight thigh. He's overwhelmed. He needs some support. Good, good, good. Oh, no, not good. Oh, they just, I mean, it's just like they're just having fun in our 6-yard box. It's not gone well, you could argue. I'm not watching that. It's not the start we needed. Our left back is struggle mania. 6.2. His leg hurts. Over. That's fine. We might as well. I mean, goodness me. Goodness me. Let's. Oh, look at the ratings. Oh my goodness, it's horrific. We might as well take him off. I know this guy can't even really play wing back, but oh, that's so bad. All of that is very, very bad. Defend, dribble less, cross less. Like, just stay where you're at. And he's feeling aggressive. Cool. Demand more. They don't like that. I'm screaming at them probably in like broken English Italian for whatever that would be if you combined them. Look at the ratings. They're all awful. There's no rescuing this game. Goodness gracious. I mean, really. What do we do with this? I'm at a loss. And you got to be patient. We were back to the point in time where we don't know our players. 2 stars versus this guy is 3 stars bang average. And we're replacing Cartagena with you. Maybe we just go wide. Maybe that'll help us out defensively. If we're in a really wide shape and having to collapse back to standard. This is usually how it goes, right? First couple games. Usually it's not like amazing. That was a good tackle. That was a good tackle. Okay. Wasn't a penalty. Do something smart. Good block. Good reactions. He's known for his reactions. That's a terrible idea by Isuke. Encourage. Hey, they like that. They like that. I mean, I wasn't expecting to win, but man, that was a poor showing for sure. That was not what you want to see. Just one of those days. Positive. We're being positive. At least in public. Look at the suspensions for the Nets. We've already lost 3 players to suspension. Our left back has got a 1 to 2 day tight thigh. Rodriguez is coming back from the flu, so maybe that's why he did a 6.1. But we do get, who's the guy? He's down here. Bruno's back, baby! Bruno! Come on down, and we'll put your replacement on the bench someplace after we move some stuff around. We've fallen into the drop zone with that one, my friends. I would love to scroll. Thank you. Even though we've played an extra game. So, like I said, tough sledding is what it is. I'm going to bring you back in a little bit. Probably here. 19th and 16th. These are 2 6-pointers coming up, my friends. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button. Oh, dear. We'll see you next time. I feel like every time they do club, I go, oh, dear, after the first episode. But that's where we're at. Bye-bye. Thank God the transfer window's open. Wonder why it's not working. You see that? It's mostly broken. There goes another $10 to Amazon. Ha ha!